Welcome to the Locked On Titans podcast. I am your host, Tyler Rowland. Titans fans, it is a weekend edition of the Locked On Titans podcast. On today's show, we're going to talk about Mike Vrabel winning Coach of the Year for the Tennessee Titans. Going to go over some awesome quotes as Mike Vrabel gets his flowers for the season that was. And also, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a pretty important football game this weekend. I'm going to give you guys my personal preview, give you my game and score prediction, and also talk about some of the individual prop bets that really stood out to me. So all of that on a weekend edition of the Locked On Titans podcast. Let's get it.
You are Locked On Titans, your daily Tennessee Titans podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Titans fans, it is a weekend edition of the Locked On Titans podcast. You guys are going to be getting this episode late on Friday night into Saturday morning. Obviously, wanted to make sure I had 5 episodes for you guys this week. I appreciate all the support as I was dealing with a move earlier in the week that kind of threw off the schedule, but you guys are always so supportive, and I do appreciate all of that. But could not leave you guys without a 5th podcast of the week. So we are going to dive into Mike Vrabel winning Coach of the Year and preview that big football game that is being played on Sunday. Before we get into that, do want to let you guys know that this episode is brought to you by Get Upside. Just download the free Get Upside app. Use the promo code TOUCHDOWN to get 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first tank. Also, got to thank you guys for making the Locked On Titans podcast your first listen every day. If this is your first ever listen, make sure you subscribe on whatever platform you do stream. Check out the show on video on the Locked On Titans YouTube channel. Subscribe over there. Smash the notification bell. Hit the thumbs up button. All of that. Check me out on social media at Tic Tac Titans on Twitter, at Locked On Titans Pod on Facebook. But diving in to the big Tennessee Titans news coming out of Thursday night's award ceremony is Tennessee Titans coach Mike Vrabel winning the NFL's Coach of the Year award. And although the season ended in a tough fashion, and some Titans fans may have a sour taste in their mouth, like this guy's winning Coach of the Year, but I mean, what the heck? You know, the Titans got bounced in the first round. Okay, that may be the case, but Mike Vrabel definitely deserves this award. The Titans had 91 players on their roster, which outside of a strike season is the most in NFL history. Led the team to the number 1 seed without Derrick Henry, without A.J. Brown for a lot of the season. So I think Mike Vrabel deserves his flowers in this moment. He is one of the best coaches in the NFL. And if you guys want the Tennessee Titans to start to be a place where free agents want to come, maybe free agents who are a little bit older will take a discount. I'm thinking about a guy like a Tyrann Mathieu, who had a lot of praise for Mike Vrabel during Pro Bowl week. You want Mike Vrabel to get these awards and to increase his reputation and the Tennessee Titans' reputation around the league, not only with media and fans, but with the players. With the players, I think that's super important. That's another wrinkle of Mike Vrabel being able to coach the Pro Bowl as well. Just hands-on, one-on-one time with other superstars around the NFL who will spread that message to their locker rooms. Yeah, man, Mike Vrabel was sweet. And we'll talk about that a little bit at the end of this conversation, but I do want to get into some quotes. I think the people who are involved here need to be heard from. Number 1, Amy Adams Strunk, mom, the controlling owner of the Tennessee Titans, had this to say about Mike Vrabel winning the NFL's Coach of the Year. Quote, "I want to congratulate Mike on being selected NFL Coach of the Year last night, an honor that was certainly well-deserved. He and his staff navigated so much adversity due to injuries and found a way to coach, motivate, and inspire the team to a division title and the best record in the AFC. While the season didn't end the way any of us expected, it doesn't diminish my excitement for what is to come. And knowing that Mike will be leading our team." And I agree with her there. Mike Vrabel is a great coach. Very excited that he's the coach of the Tennessee Titans. A big part of the football organization that Titans fans simply don't have to worry about. So that's really exciting stuff. Love to see that from Amy Adams Strunk talking about Mike Vrabel in that way. I'm on board with her as well. So you love to see that. And finally, what I do want to mention here, like I talked about at the beginning, Mike Vrabel being a good coach, being a fun coach to play for, that word travels. There was a mic'd up moment from the Pro Bowl where you had Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes and I do believe it was Raiders defensive end Max Crosby talking about Andy Reid at first, saying, how's Andy Reid to play for? Crosby asked Mahomes. And he said, he's like a cool uncle. He's definitely going to get into you if you do something wrong, but really cool. And then they say, Mike Vrabel would be awesome to play for. He's a player's coach, but he's intense. And like I said, that word starts to travel. Tyrann Mathieu had a ton of interaction with the Titans media people and Titans writer Jim Wyatt and head coach Mike Vrabel. A lot of pleasant words being exchanged. So you love to see that. It can only help the Titans. It can only be a benefit to them going forward as a team. So congratulations to Mike Vrabel. Like Amy Adams Strunk said, like I said throughout the season, well-deserved Coach of the Year award. But now it's time to talk about that big game that is happening on Sunday. I know the Titans aren't in it, and it definitely still hurts, but it's a big game nonetheless, and we got to break down the Super Bowl on the Locked On Titans podcast. Before we get into that, though, I do want to tell you guys a little bit more about our title sponsor, Get Upside. Any Titans fan who buys gas has to know about Get Upside. My listeners are earning cash back for every gallon of gas every time they fill up. All you have to do is download the free Get Upside app in the App Store or on Google Play. Use the promo code TOUCHDOWN for 25 cents per gallon or more on your first fill up, cash back. Don't pay full price at the pump ever again. Get cash back using Get Upside. Just download the app for free. Use that promo code TOUCHDOWN for 25 cents per gallon or more on your first tank. Some people who drive a lot get up to $200-$300 a year in cash back. And here's the thing, there's no catch. The cash back goes right to your Get Upside account, and you can cash out at any time directly to your bank account, your PayPal, or even an e-gift card like for Amazon or other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app, use the promo code TOUCHDOWN, and get 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first tank. That's promo code TOUCHDOWN on the free Get Upside app. Also have to tell you guys about the best place to go to wager on anything that you want for the big game. In my preview of the Super Bowl, I am going to give you guys some of my favorite prop bets. Well, if you want to bet those props, I would advise that you go to betonline.net. Football season's going to be over soon, though. And even when it is over, basketball season is in full swing, pro and college. We know March Madness is right around the corner. But hey, it's not just football and basketball. They have hockey, they have boxing, they have UFC, even your favorite Vegas casino games. So there's a lot to take advantage of at betonline.ag. Head to their website today. Use your mobile device to learn more about the trends and all the action. That's BetOnline, where the game starts. Titans fans, let's continue this special weekend edition of the Locked On Titans podcast. Only going to have 2 segments on today's show, giving you guys that weekend sauce, but only doing 2 segments on the show. Wanted to make sure I talked about Mike Vrabel winning Coach of the Year, but I want to get into the Super Bowl as well. Super Bowl 56, if I'm correct, in Los Angeles. Hopefully, the Titans will be participating in Super Bowl 57. But alas, we have the Los Angeles Rams against the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm just hoping for a good game. That's really what it comes down to. But I'm also going to be 100% honest with you guys. I don't want the Bengals to win. Man, give me a break. Let's just be open and honest here. There are a few teams in the NFL that have won multiple Super Bowls, or certain players that win multiple Super Bowls, and it's like, okay, yeah, the elites keep winning. But every now and then, one of these poverty franchises, like the Titans, get their shot. And of course, we saw the Titans get that shot in 2000 and they lost. Well, Misery loves company, I guess, is a saying for a reason. And by God, I don't want all these freaking cocky, overconfident, obnoxious Bengals fans to be validated. I don't want it. I'm sorry. Maybe it's bitter. Maybe it's jealous hearted, whatever you want to call it. Well, guess right. It is. It is. So I know that Joe Burrow's cool. I do like Joe Burrow. There's no way around it. He's awesome. Jamar Chase, that whole offense is really fun. The kicker, that's a great story. All that, very likable. But God, Cincinnati's fans are obnoxious and annoying. It's just the truth. It's just, and I'm not the only person saying it. And it's not just Titans fans and Titans people saying it as well, though. It's the entire NFL. Now, in fairness, that's probably how Titans fans would be too, right? If we would have made the run to the Super Bowl, it's probably how Titans fans would be too. So I acknowledge the ridiculous emotional bias that is happening right now. I'm not running from it. But I'm also not going to run from my feelings, okay? This is a safe place, Titans fan. We talk about our feelings here, okay? And my feelings are, I don't want the damn Bengals to win. I don't want them to enjoy that. You have to stay in perpetual poverty like the rest of us. Now, I got to tell you, I'm from Ohio. A lot of you guys watching the show know that. Literally, I'm surrounded by Bengals fans. I went to the store today to pick up some things on my way home. Everybody's wearing Bengals stuff. Go Bengals. Who day? My coworker at my normal day job sitting across from me wearing Bengals stuff. Who day on his screensaver. I can't take it. I can't deal with it. And if they win, I can't possibly take this for more time. I just can't. Okay? I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. So I know it's irrational. I know it lacks logic, but I don't care, okay? Go Rams. That's how I feel, all right? And I know a lot of you guys listening right now feel exactly the same. Good luck to the Bengals. I don't want them to lose in anything, any injuries or anything. I want a good football game, an exciting, entertaining football game. But I want the Rams to win. So, with that being said, my analysis here. There are two things that matter in this game. Two. One, how much pressure can the Rams get on Joe Burrow? Can they repeat what the Titans did with a very similarly talented defensive line? If they can't get pressure on Burrow, the Bengals are winning the game, period. So the Rams defense has to be able to do that. The other side of it is, are the Rams going to turn over the ball? Matthew Stafford has been known in some big moments to make some mistakes. If the Bengals can hold the Rams defense to less than 5 sacks, and the Rams throw 2 interceptions, the Bengals are winning this game. But if both those things go the Rams' way, the Rams don't have any turnovers, and they get a ton of sacks, the Rams are going to win by double digits. So I ultimately am going to come down in the middle of that. I do think that the Rams get 5 sacks or more, but I only think Stafford throws 1 interception. And with that in mind, my official final score prediction for the Super Bowl is 32-27 Rams. I think it's a 5-point victory. Bengals are +4 right now on Bet Online. I would not touch that. I think the Rams win by more than 4. I got it at 5. Some people think the Bengals are going to win outright. Well, then you're definitely hitting that line. But me, I'm not touching that line. I think Vegas is trying to pull people in. That's what I think. The Rams are a better team, and Vegas is trying to pull people in. But the better team doesn't always win. I mean, the Giants wildcard team beat the undefeated Patriots. So it's all about who wins that day. And that's why football is the greatest game in the world. The over-under is 48.5. I will take the over on that. 48.5, that's 24-24. I think that goes over. So give me the over there. Some prop bets. I've been kind of teasing them throughout the week. I got some nice prop bets, I think, here for you guys. You can go to Bet Online, place these wagers. Tyler Boyd for the Bengals, wide receiver, over under 3.5 catches. Okay, so hear me out. CJ Uzama, the tight end for the Bengals, is banged up after spraining his MCL. Even if he plays, he's going to be limited. the Rams are going to be smart. They're going to play 2 high shell coverages and make sure that the Bengals can't beat them deep in these big deep shots to Chase and Higgins. That's going to open up little holes and zones over the middle of the field. And who's the Bengals slot wide receiver? Tyler Boyd. I think Tyler Boyd is going to get about 5 or 6 catches in this game for about 50 to 70 yards, somewhere in there. So Tyler Boyd over under 3.5 catches. I am hammering that prop bet. Also, Bengals over 1.5 field goals. I have them scoring 27 points, 2 field goals. The Bengals are going to kick 2 field goals in this game, no matter how the game plays out. If they win, if they lose, if it's close, if it's not, whatever, the Bengals will be kicking 2 field goals. So over 1.5 field goals for the Bengals. I think that's a lock as well. On the Rams side, Odell Beckham, anytime scorer. I love that. Odell Beckham is going to score all the attention on Cooper Kupp. Odell Beckham gets a touchdown in this game. And then over 5.5 rushing yards for Matt Stafford. He's going to scramble once and get about 9 yards on a 3rd and 7 or something. Over 5.5 rushing yards for Matt Stafford. I like that one. And then finally, the prop bet that really matters is the national anthem. Under. And I said this on the Locked On NFL Thursday show, the national show. Mickey Guyton will be doing the national anthem. Now, what I typically look for is what genre of music does the singer come from? If it's R&B, if it's jazz, there's usually more of a soulful element, and people who sing with a lot of soul, which is my preferred genres of music, R&B, jazz, love jazz, blues. I love that stuff. I'm all on that. So when you have those style of singers, they tend to add some more charisma to their singing. They hold notes a little bit longer. They take a pitch up a little bit higher and for longer. They stretch things out. And also, worth noting, I mean, when you sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl, this could be like your one big moment. I mean, everybody still remembers that Whitney Houston national anthem. And on the flip side, everybody still remembers that Fergie national anthem as well at the NBA All-Star game. So this is a big moment. And when you're in a big moment, you want to give it your all. And that usually includes adding a little soul to the national anthem. And I love that. I mean, that's what I like. But Mickey Guyton is a country singer. And if you go listen to a lot of her music, not a lot of soul. Very bland country music, which most country music is. Sorry. I know I do a Titans podcast, probably going to make some Tennessee people mad. I don't care. Not a big country music fan. Give me hip hop, give me jazz, give me blues, give me R&B all day long. All day long over country. Ugh. Whatever. Anyway, that's besides the point. But the point is, Mickey Guyton is a country singer. I don't expect a ton of soul to be added in because she is a country singer. And word on the street is, lean in close. It's a secret. The streets have been calling her Quickie Mickey Guyton. And there's a rumor that her dress rehearsal was only 75 seconds. It's 20 seconds under 95.5 seconds. Boom. I am hammering the national anthem is under. Mickey Quickie Guyton is going under. So take that to the bank. I'll be back with you guys next week to kind of break down everything that took place. Monday is going to be a mock draft Monday. Tuesday, we'll probably talk about what happened in the Super Bowl a little bit. But hey, the draft is right around the corner, guys. We're going to start getting into some draft talk. Free agency is even closer. So time to start getting into the roster, moving forward, looking at 2022. All of that is coming next week. So very excited. Before we get out of here, do want to tell you guys about Built Bar. Built Bars are the best tasting protein bars in the galaxy. It's February. You've probably given up on all your New Year's resolutions. But one thing you can stick to is eating right. And you can do that thanks to Built Bar. It's basically a candy bar that's also a protein bar, has the best of both worlds for you. They taste great. They're also very healthy. All those different flavors. I mean, the coconut brownie, the peanut butter brownie, The mint chocolate, a lot of people like. I love the salted caramel. They have different textures in their bars. There are puff bars, there are crunch bars. I mean, they literally have everything in every bar. Yes, even the puff bars are covered in 100% real chocolate. I could talk about the taste all day, but the bars are healthy for you. Low calorie, low sugar, high protein, high fiber. Make sure you go to built.com. That's BUILT.com. Use the promo code LOCKED15 and you'll get 15% off your next order. Once again, that's promo code LOCKED15 for 15% off at built.com. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I hope you have a safe and enjoyable one. Hopefully the Super Bowl is a good game for all of us to watch with the Rams coming out on top. But either way, we just want a good football game. That's going to do it for me today, though, folks. As always, I am your host, Tyler Rowland, and this was Locked On Titans.